Thank you, Vanessa, for saying hey. We do this every single week, and I get up here to say hey to you guys, and I have to do it twice so you can say hey back. So, hey, everybody, welcome to Celebration. Jesus Christ. Please remember next time. Some of y'all been coming here for years, and I still have to do this every time. Yeah, there you go, Ryan. Listen to Donald for once. No. Put a say hi back or something. You don't have to put Joey up there. But anyway, no, Jesse's over whispering something to him right now, so it's about to be something crazy. Here we go. Are we live streaming? They're contemplating. I see them back there. I'm just going to wait and see what they're about to say. So give me just a minute. I'll go ahead and tell you, we got a good night tonight. Ted Kaczynski's speaking tonight. That's the Unabomber, if you didn't know. But you'll see. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. She can't even see it because she's blind. Anyway, she's over there like... All right. Hello. Hello. Shout out to JCAP, RU, Women's Second Chance, everybody who's watching online, the Grace House, True Purpose, Boopy, what is the name of their, Thy Will Be Done. Thank you, brother. Shout out to this guy right here, chilling. Look at him. Anyways, so Rooster speaking. James Rucker is speaking tonight, everybody. If you got Facebook, you've seen the pictures, but we're going to show them shortly. The transformation that this guy's made is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for you to see that. What else do I got? Oh, so we have some birthdays, don't we? We have some birthdays. Where is she at? Oh, there she is. So we have two of them, actually. One is Jessica Stewart. What are you, 65, 70? Close. I was close. You can't say I wasn't close. And then Wesley Sparks. And whoever this person is. Okay, so we got 3 birthdays. He's in the program. I mean, no, that's fine. I was letting you know. Okay, on the count of 3, we're going to sing happy birthday to him. What's your name? Huh? Raven. So we'll say happy birthday, Jessica Wesley Raven. Perfect. Ryan is on it, son. All right, on the count of 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hang on a minute. 1 second. I forgot Donald Jenkins is leading this Celebrate Recovery. Keep it down, Donald. All right, on Donald's count of 3. Go ahead, buddy. I'm just kidding, brother. All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jessica, Wesley, and Raven. Perfect. Jens killed it. Jens killed it on that one. That was very good. I'm proud of him. Proud of everybody. And there you go again. Donald. Somebody's going to have to push him to the back, please. Yeah, give him a Mountain Dew so he'll be drinking. All right. All right, anyway, so let me thank some people for this food. If I can find there it is. Found it. I know, but I always forget which one. Okay, so let's thank Jamie Jackson. Vanessa. Marcy. She's over there trying to hide. Mr. Sean right next to her. And our lifesaver, Larry. Sean, everybody get in the line. Let's give Sean a hug. You just want to? All right. All right. One of these days, buddy, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You just have to sneak up on him and do it, but he really wants one. So if anybody wants to do it. All right. So let's continue on. We want to do these chips. All right. Shannon Crouch, everybody. Boucher, do you understand your job? Okay, it's your time to shine, buddy. All right.
Love you, brother. Love you. How's everybody doing tonight? I was listening to them songs, and really we think about it. We're always running around trying to fit in. And it seems like all our life, the Lord's been walking right behind us, waiting for us, putting roadblocks in it to show us that we need Him. And the thing is we never fit in this world because we don't belong to this world. We got to understand that. We belong to the Lord. So stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to figure it out. Until we finally give it all to Him is when our life changes. I had one of the J-cappers when I was teaching it last night, and I could see it in his thing, and it brought, finally, got to get this out of the way. This is what causes all our issues. Like I said, trying to fit in. We'll never fit in. We are who we are. God made each one of us perfect in His eyes, and we got to understand it. When we look in the mirror, God sees a whole different picture than what we see, because He looks at our heart. He don't look to the outside. So just remember that. Like I said, He's waiting for you. You just got to turn around and grab His hand. He loves each one of us. That's why He created us. We just got to remember that. Sometimes we take that for granted. Like I said, we're trying to look for love in all the wrong places. We really are. When Jesus is right there to love us, we just got to grab a hold of Him. All right. We got any first-timers tonight? All right. This is the most important step you'll take to change your life. We got to admit that we need help. So, all right. How about 30 days? Anybody got 30 days? 30 days. That's 1 month. How about 60 days? 60 days. How about 90 days? 120 days or 4 months? Five months? How about 6 months? 7 months? How about 8 months? 9 months. 10 months. How about 11 months? 11 months? How about 12 months or 1 year? All right. All right. Miss Vanessa wants to give out some special.
All right, guys. Just because you get a chip doesn't mean you've been in addiction. So I am very privileged and honored to be able to present an 18-month chip and a 2-year chip to the one and only Sonia Hurst. So, for those of you who may not know it, Sonia had some issues in her past, not related to addiction. She was in an unhappy marriage where she was mentally abused, and she took that huge step to walk away from that. And not only that, she made the big decision to make herself a healthier person. And so we want to give God all the glory for that. And we're so thankful for Sonia and what all she does for us. So you want to... Does anybody else have 18 months? Two years. Anybody got 2 years? All right, now, a little bit ahead of the game. We don't normally do this, but somebody that's real special to me. We have his 2 years coming up Sunday, August 3rd. And he'll be at work next Thursday evening and won't be able to be here. So this is a day God knows I never thought I would be seeing come. But my brother-in-law, Andrew Shelton,
Okay, do we got anybody that's got 3 or more years? Multiple years. All right. Let's have everybody come up and get pictures. No, wait 1 second. 1 second. Is there any more first timers? This is your time. Come on. All right, then. All right, everybody want to come back up and take a picture for their chips? Anybody want to hide, they can get behind me. You ain't going to see much after me. Or get behind Bruce. Both of us can hide people. All right, everybody squeeze in like you love each other. And say boopy. Give them all a hand. And we got Joey back. I love you, brother.
So, who did that? Ryan? Ryan? I'm just kidding. I think Sonia should also get a chip for putting up with Donald, shouldn't she? Megan come up with that, everybody. What's that mean? Anyways, congratulations to everybody who got a chip. One more round of applause. Proud of you, Alan. Nobody heard it. Let me tell you what Alan did at work today whenever we was leaving. So there's steps. I did not. I did not. So she's trying to hurry up and leave, and she gets right here and goes, and she fell for 30 minutes. Whoa. No, she didn't hit the ground, but it was close. I was standing there like, no, I said, Alan. That's what I said. I call her Alan at work. But anyways, we'll carry on. I'm proud of you, super proud of you, for real. For real, I'm proud of everybody. Super proud of you too, man. I never thought I'd see the day either. I'm just kidding. All right, Theodore, are you ready for Ted? All right. Well, I'm super proud of Rooster. He's come a long way. Come a long way with work. He's progressed. You know, progression is something that everybody needs to do. You don't want to be stagnant in your life. You know what I mean? You can't be happy that way. You got to progress. And you're right. Exactly. It takes time and patience, consistency to progress. Though you don't get where you want to be overnight. You know what I mean? It takes time. So just if you're not where you want to be, just be patient. You'll get there soon enough. But I'm super proud of Rooster, James Lee Rooker. My bad, James L. Rooker. So without further ado, everybody, Rooster Cogburn.
Did I take? Sorry. Whoa. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the kind words, Joey. And your hair does look great, by the way. Hello, my name is James Rucker. I just turned 55 in May. 25, actually about 26 of those years, I was in addiction. And I mean, it was hardcore. Not in the beginning, of course. It was just a weekend thing, you know. Had a good childhood, by the way. Let me rewind to that. I did kind of grow up with a long line of moonshiners and marijuana growers and in the mountains and all that. Yeah, amen. But and that's just the way it was then, you know. Even not baby, but 4 and 5, you know. I kind of had a nipple on the mason jar, if you know what I mean. That's calm that boy down. That's just that type of thing. So then as I got older, I guess, in high school and it was a weekend warrior thing. Just get in, fit in, or whatever. Smoke a little weed. Kind of laid off the moonshine. Boucher, you're doing a great job, by the way. Still not as good as me, though, if you can try. But Uh, I'll fast forward a little bit because I can't compete with you, Donald. There's no way. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna burn some minutes up. But and then my first daughter came along. I guess I just turned 16, and I kept up with high school and working a job as long as I could. And finally, I got to where I just had to quit school, go for work full time. Trying to do the dad thing, which I turned out to be a horrible father, by the way. I'll get to that part too. What? Okay. What really got me, I guess, is after trying to do that and be a good father and all that, things didn't go my way, of course, with me and her mother, and so kind of derailed there. And the weekend warrior thing kind of progressed through the week also. And then, of course, I did as long as I could. And then I met someone else, had 3 more daughters. Yeah. Yeah, no. So laid off the drinking, just strictly marijuana. I thought that made it all good and better. I can do this. Blah blah blah. At least I was a functional addict, like my parents. That's for sure. Or should I say my grandfather? I was a papa's boy. Whenever Dad was a truck driver when he got out of the army. Yeah, I'm an army brat too, by the way. Yeah, but I guess whenever something fails for you, it gets a little darker for you, I guess you could say. So my darkness was just starting, actually. And, I still love life, don't get me wrong. Knew God. I was far from Him, very far, and getting even further and even further. But, I thought I was doing good. 3 daughters, working every day, taking care of them. Then, of course, and this sometime later, I'm in my late 20s by then, it fell apart. Me and her mother, she went to prison for 35 years, 100% for second-degree murder. And at that time, I was in a county jail, and I done signed up for a year program. I've been in institution after institution, every county around. From here to Kentucky, here to Texas. I built bridges, so I traveled a lot. And I guess that's why things fell apart, too, by the way. It wasn't all their fault. I was never home, because money don't fix everything, by the way. No, it does not. Even though I mailed money home or wired it or whatever you want to call it, I wasn't there. But, so I'm up to 4 daughters. And then, like I said, I took care of them as long as I could, or paid to have them take care of. I never was there. I was out of state a lot. And while I was out of state, Hispanics, they have connections here, this and that. Blah, blah, blah. I worked with a lot of them. Yeah, Donald, a lot of them. So my habits went from drinking marijuana to other things. Largely other things, just to keep up. When you're working 60, 70 hours a week, and living in motels and, But anyway, my children were taken care of. They were taken care of by their grandmother, which was her mother, by the way. And she went to prison, like I said, she's still there. She got, I think, 6 more years and she'll be out. She did 35 at 100. But, so I quit the bridge thing for a while, came home, got my daughters back in my life. Well, one of them decided to stay with her aunt, which is a good, we still talk. But I have one ride or die daughter, and some of you guys have met her, Shantae, and the grandbabies. No matter what Daddy did, he was an angel, which is not true, by the way. But she thinks so. And then, like I said, I had 2 more daughters. I met Lisa, and I had Ariana, or she had Ariana. I was just there. No, that's 5, Donald. Well, yeah. But anyway, and then Emma came along. I'm up to 6, Donald. Yeah. No boys yet. The only boys I have are my grandsons. I have one in North Carolina. I get to see but maybe twice a year. I talk to him on Facebook and all that, but it's not the same. And then I got Bubby, who lives in Dandridge, and he's my ride or die too, just like I was with my grandfather. So, like I said, and then I guess it was right after Christmas in January. I mean, I'm still functional, doing my drugs, da 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 da. My brother gets out of prison. He was 29. He was out 10 months, and he OD'd. Found him face dead in the kitchen floor at his house. Was going to work one morning to go. Yeah. Well, actually, I was doing excavating then for train excavating, running dozers and all that. And he'd been out 10 months, I think. He had just turned 29. Boy, I really derailed then. You know, that was my shadow. But yeah, yeah. So at this time, I'd been clean. I think about 3 months, a little over 3 months, trying to, I wanted my children back. I was struggling though. I ain't gonna lie. I was struggling. I didn't have God in my life. I knew who He was. I was far, far from Him, like I said. So I think after watching Mom and I didn't find him. My foster father found him. I'm a foster child too, by the way. After about 15, I really derailed. But anyway, I still knew my real mother and father. They were in sickness too, by the way. She died early. She died at 41, I think, of cancer. And Dad, he was Dad. After Jeffrey passed away, his name was Jeffrey, by the way. After he passed away, on a hard way to go. My foster dad went in to get him for work, and I knew something was up, and he came back out, and he shut the door, and I said, Jeffrey laying out today? And he just shook his head. And I said, well, was he coming? He shook his head again, and then I seen Junior crying, and I knew something was up. Anyway, I tried to bust past him, and Junior's a big old guy. So he floored me on the porch. I didn't actually get to see it, but yeah, so it wasn't 20 minutes later, the police were showing up. Junior got me this bear hug for 20 minutes. But after that, I derailed completely. Even sober, I did. About a week later, I was coming home from work. If you want to pull a picture up, Ron, of the car. And I don't know if my mind was just out there somewhere. I wasn't, mind you, I still hadn't pulled out the wagon yet. Definitely thinking about it really, really hard. And that happened on the backside of Gatlinburg Mountain. I was coming back to the back way through Glades Road, not the spur, but the other way around. And I had just cashed my check at Tennessee State Bank after you passed Anakista. Went up through there, I got to the station, done pumped my gas and everything else. And I went to fill up my wallet and I couldn't find it. Because my mind was everywhere. Jeffrey hadn't been, actually he was just placed in the ground the day before. So I told the lady at the register, hey, I'll be right back. She knew me, I worked there every day. So I take off to go back to the bank. It's the only place I'd been. There's, in my mind, there's $14 cash in that wallet. I just cashed my check. Actually, I worked Bruce for Gary Baker, where Bruce works now. Real good man. But anyway, long story short, I didn't make it. My mind was, it was everywhere. But you can pull the next picture up if you want. I woke up 2.5 months later, looking a little better than that. Not much, but I still couldn't see. Knocked both eyes out, ripped my nose off. The lower jaw's titanium. Whole right leg was crushed. I ate through a tube for, about 3 months, actually 3.5. They had me strapped down. Couldn't see, couldn't move, couldn't talk. I don't know if I'm alive, dead, heaven, or hell, or Sheol. Sorry, Jess. But either way, I was in a real, real dark, dark place. So again, and they had me on fentanyl too, by the way. So, I don't really remember everything, but I remember voices, and there were none that I recognized, none. Doctors, I guess, the nurses talking or whatever. And I was like this for a good month and a half before I came out of a coma, I think it was. Died once on the ride Lifestar. They said that their words expired. Once on the operating table. I went through 22 surgeries, not all at the same time. I think it was like 7 or 8 the first time, then multiple more. But you can't tell me God is not real. You cannot tell me He's not real. I didn't do any of this. I weighed 109 pounds, soaking wet. You can pull up the next one if you want, Ron, please. The Unabomber, Joey. The Unabomber. At this point, after I came to, and I couldn't see even after I came to for months, I guess a month and a half, something like that. Still couldn't talk, jaw wired shut, still had the hose in my throat where it had been ripped out. I mean, it totally desolate. And the first voice I did hear was my daughter, Shantae, that I could actually recognize and know. And she never left my side. Never, she didn't. But, or my grandson, I recognized, he didn't have a voice, but anyway, I knew it was him. And my granddaughters, they were just scared of me. I mean, I looked horrible, guys. This right here actually looks good compared to the wreck. I woke up looking like Frank. When I did start working again, only one came back, by the way. I saw Frankenstein, I give up. I'm done, I want this to be over, all of it. I was at my lowest point. And, I even prayed to God, please take me on out. Send me to wherever you think I need to go. Just please let me go. But now I thank God He didn't. Praise Him every day. I see my grandchildren. Well, about every other day. Every weekend for sure. Yeah, Boopy, I love you too. I love all y'all. And by the way, congratulations for all the chips. You too, Raven, the first one. All y'all, yeah. That's the most important one. I mean, to me it was, And I've been in I don't know how many rehabs. 28 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year. And I've never made it this far. I am almost 17 months clean. Not my doing, though. I had God give me my strength, all my strength. But I also owe that man right back there and all my brothers that pushed me when I felt like quitting on that first phase workouts. Oh, my God. I mean, I was barely walking then. It crushed, hip, femur, knee, ankle. I think there was 2 toes on this side that didn't get broke. All this titanium, the nose bridge, everything. Anyway, the man of steel, that's for sure, or titanium in this case. But, I was in one cell. I was in suicide tank for shower / holding cell 2. In a turtle suit for about a week and a half. And then I owe Miss Linda, Miss Sherry, Miss Stephanie. I was ready to give it all up. Hey, here you are again. Here you are again. And I'm still trying to clean that wreckage up with Jefferson County out. I really don't remember doing all that. But apparently I went crazy with a Jeep at Walmart, and I did not run over the cop. He was in his car, actually, okay? He really was. I mean, the charges you see, aggravated assault on the first responder, they made it look like, it's all over TV, 6, 8, 10, Facebook. And that definitely wasn't me. You ever heard the suicide by cops and all that? I guess that's what I was trying to do. I don't know. But I actually got away, Donald. I disabled the vehicle. But anyhow, I wake up. No, yeah. No, I did it. I did it. There's video. I definitely did it. But I do not remember it. I don't, because... But I'm trying to clean that up, bro. But at this point, when I woke up in there, I'm still I want it done, And then I don't know. I'm just gonna say those 3 ladies brought me out of that, and at least got me put in one cell. And some of the great guys that was in there. There's a few in there. Put me on the first bunk, down on the bottom. I didn't move for like 9 days. Not even to go to the bathroom, very seldom. But then there's this one fella, because I was up and down, I do good to sleep 3 hours straight, period, after the wreck. I'm laying there, and this fellow walks by and he hands me a Bible. Just out of the blue. It was Mo Odell. I owe that man a lot. Where you at, Mo? I love you. Anyway, I didn't open it the first few days. I didn't even feel like I didn't even eat. Very little. Miss Sherry, Miss Stephanie came in, and Miss Linda especially. You don't argue with that one. You're going to eat something. And then I guess about a month later, Mr. Watson came in, and kept hearing this thing about JCAP, this and that. At this time, I'm starting, hey, Mo had been talking to me, and I'm starting, I actually cracked the book back. And I get to reading it, and every morning, me and Mo was up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, even before the lights, well, the nights went out, but anyway. And I don't know. Something in that cell, it had to be the Holy Spirit. It had to be. So I hear about this JCAP, and this RU programs, and this and that. I'm like, well, I've done all of them. I've done them 3 times before. I got 16 T-shirts, and anyway. What really got me in, me and Calvin signed up for it, and a couple others, and this and that. I don't know. Then I guess we were doing something illegal inside the jail. Calvin got, anyway, Mama Ray busted him. Okay, I said allegedly. So Mama Ray takes him out in the hall. I'm thinking, oh, God, he smoked Jensen. You know what I'm saying? She's going to burn him up. But she had asked him, she said, you got JCAP. You're going to go to JCAP. And we were trustees, by the way. So he comes back in, and he told me the truth. Rooster, they want me to go to JCAP. He said, I ain't got but 3 months left. I ain't going. He said, ain't no way I'm going. Ain't no way. I said, all right, brother. I don't blame you. You only got 3 months left with this job. You'll have that 1129 killed in 3 more months. You're good to go. Me, on the other hand, I'm still looking. Mark had done squashed all my stuff in Cocke County. The Schedule 1, anyway, I ain't going to go through all that. He dropped a lot. I'm like, whoa. He said, Mr. Rucker, you got enough waiting on you down the road. I said, okay. I said, well, I don't want to go down the road. There's no programs there. There's nothing, I said, I really want help. Because by then, Mo had done started working on me. I mean, as far as getting me to think again, I hadn't been on no fentanyl. I'd been there about 3 months, I guess, 4 months in one cell, starting to clear up my mind. And things that come in, I didn't touch that either, because Mo was my inspiration, I guess, And believe me, I heard all over, all over. Still do sometimes, but I know God was with me the whole time. I was missing the bigger picture, I mean, yeah, you woke up like Frankenstein. You done this, you done that, blah, blah, blah. But God didn't do it. God didn't do it. God pulled me out of I'm talking the deepest pit I'd ever been in my life. And it was so dark, guys. And I praise him. I praise him every day. But, and then I got in JCAP. And I tell you the truth, Calvin's like, I ain't going. And of course, like a week later, they come out, Rucker, Watson, pack your stuff. Where we going? JCAP. I don't know what, but we both started rolling that mat up. And we done said, we're not doing it, we're out and whatever. I'm going to go down the road and get my stuff. I've been looking forward to going back to prison, I guess. And that's stupid to say. But we did together, and we looked at each other and just rolled them up after we done, I ain't doing that. So, I mean, like I said, I still believe the Holy Spirit was in that cell, all those cells. God, Matt Bradley said something to me once before, Jesus always got his hand out. All you got to do is grab it. He'll hold on to you if you grab it. You don't even got to hold on. Just grab his hand. So I believe that's what happened. And so we started JCAP day one. And I do believe iron sharpens iron, because a lot of you are an inspiration to me. I mean, second chance, true purpose, just to see the miracles that I know are real now, because that was definitely a miracle. I'm speechless. I can't tell you how real he is. How really is. And once you give him your heart, you'll know. You'll know. But I do want to thank all my brothers for pushing me. All them Work out, good grief. 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't eat before you go, they said. True story. Do not eat before you go across the street to work out. I don't know how they are now. I heard they're a little lighter. But then, and I heard I ate, no, not even ibuprofen, Tylenol, nothing. And I'd want to give up. I'd want to quit. But I had brother there pushing me along the way. And I love y'all. I love every one of y'all. Everyone. I couldn't say that before because I didn't even love myself, you know. I didn't. But I hope I ain't too much time. We're going to end this with an altar call. If you want somebody to pray with you over here, or if you want to do it alone. But please do it.